history and varied heritage.
Shoulders, knees and toes, head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Tigers, zebras, crocodiles, deer, and elephants are some examples of wild animals.
Yes, what was the name of the chapter? Yes, a genie in a bottle.
Narayan. Every day he went to the sea with his net. One morning he pulled his net out of the water. He found it almost empty. There were no fish in it.
Class, as I have already told you, agriculture is the most important occupation in
India.
The two main types of crops are food crops and
Leisure crops.
rice, wheat, maize, millets and pulses are some of the which crops?
Food crops.
Cotton, jute, sugarcane, oilseeds, tea, coffee and spices are some of the
Leisure crops.
Some farmers rear animals for various
Purpose.
We are just going towards our skeletal system, in which first of all we should be very much clear about the objectives. Objective means what we are going to learn over here, right? So the first objective is, in this chapter we will learn about, number one, how different organs of our body work together to make it a wonderful machine. We all know the skeleton is large
area. But here will not calculate area, will find surface area. There is a difference between area and surface area. Surface area is the area of all the faces of three-dimensional figure.
Minerals, non-metallic minerals and energy minerals. Now metallic minerals, they are further classified into further three categories, that are ferrous minerals, ferrous minerals, as the name suggests, ferrous is the word.
Mutually exclusive. For this thing, let's consider we have set A having numbers 2, 4, 6 and set B we have 1, 3 and 5. Then we can say that both these sets A and B are mutually exclusive. How? Because both the sets have
ਕਾਲ ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਕਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
ਸਮਾਂ।
ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਿਆ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਰੂਪ ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਵਾਪਰਨ ਦਾ ਬੋਧ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਵਾਪਰਨ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦਾ ਬੋਧ ਹੋਵੇ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ? ਕਾਲ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਾਲ ਦਾ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਕਿਰਿਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ? ਵਾਕ ਦੇ बराबर ही आपने ले लो
This connection and you also girls please develop it. This connection and you also girls please develop it.
Famous poet, you must be having some poems in your books also, but maybe you are not aware of that. And if you don't have, you will be having that in your senior classes because this particular poet is very famous poet. And he had written many thousands of poems, and most of his poems are being taught in the schools and universities, and most of the classes from maybe from class 6 to 10 or 6 to 12 or even in senior classes like BA, MA also, his poetry is being introduced. Famous poet, you must be having some poems in your books also, but maybe you are not aware of that. And if you don't have, you will be having that in your senior classes because this particular poet is very famous poet. And he had written many thousands of poems, and most of his poems are being taught in the schools and universities, and most of the classes from maybe from class 6 to 10 or 6 to 12 or even in senior classes like BA, MA also, his poetry has been introduced.